Good morning. Good morning. What's today? Tuesday. Good Tuesday morning to you all. I'm drinking a little bit of coffee out of one of my favorite mugs. It says CEO, creative, energetic, and optimistic. So your perspective makes all the difference in the world. If you have a negative attitude and expect negative things to happen to you, then negative things are going to happen to you. But if you go through each day, I'm sorry, I was just looking down. My cat, Silas, is messing with a bag. If you go through the day with a positive attitude and expect good things to happen to you, good things are going to happen to you. And even if they're not necessarily good, the way that you view them will make all the difference in the world, and you'll be able to take something that wasn't so good and turn it into something that is good. So your attitude creates opportunities for you. So we're going to give it just a minute to see if we can get some people to join us as I talk about how my week went last week on my first week of my weight loss journey. So, last week I went in and told you a little bit about my story, my weight journey, how I have been a plus size child and now then a plus size teen and now a plus size an adult. And just to talk to you on a real level, because so many of us share a similar story of just being heavy your entire life and feeling like that you don't have any options. Good morning, Mr. McCasey. Thank you for joining. So this morning I wanted to give an update and just letting a few people get on for my weight journey. Last week I went into some details about how much of a struggle it has been, and now that I'm over 50, it seems to be even more of a struggle, whereas you're expected to lose 1 to 2 pounds per week. I'm lucky if I can lose a half a pound a week, just because when you're a menopausal woman, all of your hormones shift, and everything that was true from the past just isn't true anymore. Everything just gets harder. So we've got a couple of people watching, so we're going to go ahead and get started. So I wanted to update you all. So I started my weight loss journey on last Monday with you all. I did a live and just went through and explained to you and talked to you really heart to heart and told you about some of the things that have happened in my life just this year that has set me back emotionally, which then caused me to pack on the pounds, because I've been an emotional eater since I was a child. But it's time for some things to shift. It's time for some changes. And now I've got the tools that are going to help me to do that. So last week, over the course of 7 days, I lost 3 pounds, which is phenomenal for me. But here's why it's even greater. I lost that 3 pounds without making any changes. It was a lot going on last week, and I tried to eat healthy, but I fall short. I fall short quite often, and I ate out a lot last week just for convenience purposes. But in that, I was still able to lose 3 pounds. So I want to show you just briefly here what I've been using. And it is the PhytoPower W for weight and the PhytoPower the PhytoPower B for block. It blocks sugars, it blocks carbohydrates, and then the PhytoPower W helps your body absorb less fat. So in the course of that week of not eating well and not doing things as I should, I was still able to drop 3 pounds, and you can too. So again, like last week, if you're interested, put a raised hand, say me in the comments, send me a direct message. But as you can see, it's just, you just mix it with water, 16 ounces of water. And this morning, I mixed the two of them. Last week, I had them in a separate bottle. But with the PhytoPower W and the PhytoPower B, you can mix it together. And what's great is it doesn't have any added sugar. So if you're diabetic, it's not going to spike your glycemic index. It's not going to push your glucose up. It's not going to run your sugar up, as the old people used to say. But it will help you have better control over your insulin levels. Because I'm not a diabetic, but I know so many diabetics who've been sold this story that diabetes is genetic, and once you become a diabetic, you're going to stay a diabetic, and they put you on that medicine that starts with an M and a whole lot of other ones now that just really aren't good for you, because they may be helping you control your insulin, but what are they doing to your kidneys and your liver? So think about this. How many diabetics do you know that at some point ended up on dialysis, or at some point needed a kidney transplant? I know some personally. It's happened to people in my family. But that doesn't have to be your story. Now you've got some tools here that not only are not going to spike your glycemic index. I know people that are diabetic type 1, and you know that's autoimmune disease, that have better sugar control using the PhytoPower B. The B stands for block. It's blocking the sugar, it's blocking the carbs. And the W, the PhytoPower W, has 6 grams of soluble fiber, which means it's going to help you absorb better nutrients. It's going to help what you do intake move through your digestive system, and it's going to block the absorption of some of the fat. Good morning, Cheryl. Good morning, Kim. So now we have PhytoPower W that's helping to block the fat, and you've got PhytoPower B that's blocking the sugars and the carbs. Guys, when I tell you this is a game changer, and as I said earlier, I lost 3 pounds last week, not making any changes in my diet. Now, that's not going to continue to be the case. I'm going to make some changes and continue to eat healthy as I try to do. But last week was just a challenging week. It was a lot of things going on. Good morning, Carl. How's your journey going? This is my brother. He's on the journey with me as well. So if you're interested and you want to change some things in your life, you want to have better control over your blood sugar, you want to drop some pounds, again, comment me, put a raised hand, inbox me. I had so many people to reach out to me last week because it's time for us to stop hiding in the shadow and stop keeping secrets about the things that are hurting us or the things that we want to accomplish with our health. Now we've got some tools that'll help us do that. And last week I had it mixed separately to show you that you can drink it separately. Some days when I'm trying to get my water intake up and I haven't had enough water, I'll do them separately. But this morning I've already had a good amount of water, so I mixed them together. And as you can see, I've drank quite a bit of this already. But you simply mix the powder in 16 ounces of water and drink it. It actually, it tastes really good. The PhytoPower B has a cherry lime flavor, and the PhytoPower W is a tropical fruit flavor. And so when you mix them together, it's just straight delicious. Good morning, Kimberly. Good morning, Jackie. But I love the flavor of it, and when you mix it together, it's still delicious. But again, I lost 3 pounds last week. I didn't make any substantial changes to my diet, or really even any changes. There was a lot going on last week. I just didn't have time to cook the way I wanted to. But this week, I'm excited to see what happens when I use the product and I make some changes in my diet. Because losing 3 pounds without making a single change, and I didn't exercise, that's phenomenal. Because being over 50, losing weight becomes challenging. You know, men and women lose weight, and when women get over 50, getting those menopausal pounds off, it's even harder. You'll start gaining weight when you didn't change anything. The weight distribution is different. So now we've got some tools that are going to help us in this journey, not only to feel better and to look better and to be healthier, but to get off some of this medicine, some of these things that we've been sold a ticket to a show that just it's just not true. That once you're a diabetic, that you're gonna remain a diabetic, and that diabetes is genetic, and if your mama and your daddy was diabetic, you just gonna be diabetic too, and we just accept it and we go along with it. Thank goodness My dad was diabetic. My mom is a diabetic. One of my brothers is a diabetic, but I'm not diabetic. When I was in my 20s, I remember, well, when I was a kid, I remember looking at my grandmother getting her medicine out of a bag, and it was literally a grocery bag. I was going to say Food Line, but Food Line wasn't even around in this area back then. And I sat there and I looked at that and I thought, I don't want that for me. They were taking pills in the morning, pills in the afternoon, pills at night. And so I've worked hard to make sure that I didn't start on any medication, because I know one pill just leads to another one. It leads to another one. And they might be masking the symptoms of one, but they're actually doing damage to your body. And this is not to talk negatively about anybody. If that is your case, no problem. Let's change some things. We've got some things that are going to help you do that. So I want to encourage you to give Phytopower W and Phytopower B a chance. Just give it an opportunity. It's within a price point that's economical for everybody. Because sometimes, you be like, well, I can pay my copay and it's going to be less than what that is. That's not the case. So this is something that you can afford. So don't miss this opportunity to change your life. So again, say me, put your hand up, inbox me. I got lots of inquiries last week, and I want you all to go with me on this journey. We're going to run it through December 31st, and let's change our health. Change our health, get in that dress for that gala in December that you want to go to, get through Thanksgiving and Christmas without packing on 10 pounds, and start the new year out and make a set a different goal. Instead of having that same goal of losing 20 pounds, and instead of losing pounds, by the time December 31st rolls around, you've gained 5. So, guys, that's it for the update on my weight loss journey, or my weight journey. This is part 2. And again, I'm going to come to you a couple times a week and just tell you how things are going. And I want to hear your story too. Tell me how things are going with you and how the product is helping you. And let's get some testimonials rolling, because we are better together. Let's do this together. Guys, enjoy the rest of your day. I am going to finish up my coffee and finish up my Phytopower W and Phytopower B that I'm enjoying this morning. And have a great day. I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.